we are bringing in a couple more other components that we want to add into our Flykit, just to optimize our current setup so that we can have a smoother and streamlined production. So a few things that we got this time is, first of all, we got a Blackbird 4K Pro HDMI splitter. Now I was kind of concerned a little bit because when I opened the box, I thought that I was kind of screwed. I thought I was kind of screwed because um, this came pre-installed, something like this. So the first thing that caught my attention is that in the Amazon description or in the product description for this splitter, it actually stated that it had a micro USB connector which is a 5-volt micro USB connector for power. Um, Unfortunately, the product that came over here doesn't have a micro USB 5-volt connector. It does have a micro USB in the front, and this is for firmware updates. But for power, it's actually using a DC 5-volt connector, which is the circular one here. So I was kind of concerned because it all came all connected, and I was like, this is not what I wanted. My footprint is, or I guess my space inside of the Flykit is very limited, and I already kind of had something planned. So because of that, I had already purchased or got these micro USB cables, which are kind of useless now because these were short enough, right? They were, I guess, gold tip, and they were micro USB to USB. So this is what I needed to just transfer power from my Anchor USB power charger. Unfortunately, for some reason, the product that they send me doesn't have doesn't follow the description in their website. So this comes with a DC connector, as I mentioned. So I was kind of concerned because this would not work for me, and I don't want to use any more space. The good thing, though, is that actually at the very end of that connector of this power bank or of this power adapter is actually USB. So I can just go ahead and unplug that part and then just use the DC to USB connector. Now, in this case, I just got one. Actually wanted to get at least 4 of these. But now that I know that this will work or should work, which I'm going to go ahead and test in my Flykit, if this works well, then I'm going to go ahead and get a couple more. And the reason why I got this one is because it actually has EDID, which is like the extended display identifier data, which technically kind of tells the monitors or the screens or whatever is connected in the output section that this is an active connection. So it doesn't create that weird flicker when you're switching or moving from devices. So I am hoping that with this, it should leave the monitors active, or it should tell the monitors that there is a device connected all the time. So that way it doesn't break like my OBS or my screen configuration on the operating system. And then the cool thing that it also has these little switches here, so you could determine if you want to have like a downscale to 1080p, if you want to keep it in 4K. Also, if you want to send certain instructions or you want to set up EDID to be controlled by either port 1 or port 2. So this is pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and install this in the Flykit and then let you know how it looks and how it worked. Something else that we got is these 2 set of cables. So this is actually 4 cables, which are SDI, 3G SDIs. Is it 3G or 6G? I think it's 3G SDI cables, and I want them in color yellow. These are specifically these are specifically going to be used for our replay, which are going to go into our Decklink 8K Pro. And then we got another SDI cable, which is in red, which I want to focus for program or for production. And I just needed to have a longer cable because I'm currently using those little super bat cables that I show in other videos. Those are pretty short. They're barely like maybe like 1 feet or something like that, just a few inches. But I wanted something a little bit longer. So this is why I got this one. And then the last thing that we got in this haul, which I also need to configure and I have to test it out, is this Dante AVIO. So this one here is specifically for analog input, and what we got is actually a dual channel. So this one allows us to send over 2 channels into the AVIO and then send it over through Ethernet to the rest of the network. And then we use a Dante receiver or a Dante driver to retrieve the data that comes over from the analog connections. So we're going to also test these out into the Flykit. And if they work as expected, then they're going to either be installed forever in the Flykit or just keep them outside of the Flykit for whenever I want to do like a quick connection from another mixer or console into the Flykit through Ethernet. Now, these AVIO, Dante AVIO analog adapters are going to be interesting because I'm currently using NDI in the entire network, which technically it's the same concept. The only thing is that I'm actually using OBS through this entire process where I'm sending over my audio, which goes through a DAC. My microphone goes through a DAC, and then the DAC is connected to the computer, which OBS captures that audio and then sends it over through NDI. And then I need another device on the other end to retrieve that audio, which is similar to what we're going to be doing now. But now we're going to have dedicated audio configured through the entire network. So pretty much is if anybody in the network has the proper connector or receiver for Dante in the same network, they should be able to retrieve the audio or data that comes here. So technically what I'm going to do is I'm going to configure this so that the entire network in my studio can get this audio. So let's see how this works too. Right, so these are the things that we currently got. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions about these and how I installed them into the Flykit.